of you are wondering, is this an Adventures with Abel episode? Well, no, it's not. I got to the point with Rusty where there was not much I could do to move forward as far as assembly without getting one critical item. That's the sheeting. I want to give a shout out to Ethan Turner of Turner & Taylor Metalworks for helping me source this. And I'm going to pick up the sheeting right now here in Portland. I'm about 10 minutes away. The last time I was in Portland in one of the previous episodes to pick up those plastic pallets, I had somebody in a pickup truck block me in when I pulled over to look over the truck and check things. It's something I get in a habit of doing, is just stopping every so often and checking the hubs and the temperatures and stuff like that. And he blocked me in a driveway of all sort of gravel driveway alongside the road. And I still to this day don't know what he wanted or what the deal was, but he was acting aggressive and I was just happy to get out of there. So hopefully today there's no issues like that and I can pick up the sheeting and then return home safely. Abel's doing great. I got Kane the trailer with us, the M1082. We're going to load that up with the sheeting and then we're going to head home, and I'll see you when we get there. Well guys, that was a fairly painless process. The only problem that I had was that the address that Google shows for that company changed within the last year or so, and it hasn't been updated. So I originally went to the Google address, and then I had to look at the company's website to figure out where they were actually at. It was about 4 miles away. So not a big deal. Awesome guys there, great customer service, got me loaded up in about 10 minutes. Everything's packaged up neatly, and I'm really excited to show you guys what I decided to go with for sheeting material for Rusty, which is kind of odd because now his name will have to be shortened to Russ, or maybe Dave's idea, Trusty, but I don't know how true that Trusty name is going to be because I haven't tested Rusty out yet to see if he's reliable and to see what his quirks are and how he behaves. So that's all to be determined. So from now on, I guess we could still go with Rusty, but eventually his name will be shortened to Russ or Trusty depending on what happens. So I'm heading home and I'll see you guys when we get there. case you guys are wondering what I'm using for sheeting, this is 304 stainless 2B, which is a mill finish, so it kind of has a brushed sheen to it, and it's 16 gauge. The wire that I'm using is 308 L stainless, so it has higher corrosion resistance than the 304 stainless, and works really well with the electroplated strut. So this is kind of my idea, and I'm gonna do the floor pan first and go all the way to the back end, and then from that point I can do the sides, and then we'll leave the roof for last because that's going to be the most pain in the butt, welding overhead and getting all that dialed in. That's going to be the most labor intensive and not so much fun. Plus, if I have the roof off, I still have room to stand up and work in the snowcat. But once you put the roof on, then you got to hunch over all the time to be in there. So, what else can I tell you? Quite the fiasco getting the trailer parked. That's how I wanted it. Back and forth and blocking traffic and all good fun. But somebody was, what were you guys saying? Oh, that this gauge cluster blocks your view. When you're sitting in the seat, your view would be blocked anyway by that center pillar. So I'm not really too concerned about that at all. I'm sure even if I did things perfect, there'd be somebody out there that would make a comment and nitpick about everything. So found some more handles in my parts bin. My dad got these quite a while ago, and I knew I had them around here somewhere, and I was looking all over for them, and finally found them in the bottom of a bin that I looked through a couple times already. So we got those mounted up. As far as the construction of this goes, you see how I'm leaving like a little lip sticking out? So what that's going to do is that's going to help me when I put the sheet up to go on the side here. That's going to hold that up. Plus that unfinished edge will get welded and it'll look really nice. So on the inside, I'm just doing stitch welds, but on the outside, on all the seams, I'm going to do a one continuous weld all the way down on all the seams. And I think I'm just going to go over them with a wire brush and just leave them. So it'll have kind of a Mad Max kind of look to it. The other thing you guys were wondering about, some of you, how much does this stainless steel weigh? Well, I got 10 sheets of 4x10, and the total weight is about 1,000 pounds. Now, am I going to use all 10 sheets? I don't think so. I think I might use 7 or 8, but I could be wrong. So the amount of steel that we took off, the weight of the steel that we took off Rusty when we first got him, the actual body and all of the plywood and all the other crap that was in there, was over 2,000 pounds. So the steel that they used on the Sprytes initially was way thicker. I've got a panel sitting in the corner over there that probably weighs close to 50 pounds, and it's only 2 foot by 2.5 foot. And it's ridiculous. They use that in the back to cover up the differential. So I'm taking something that's stronger and thinner and lighter, and I'm repurposing it and putting it on the snowcat. So what else? There was something else I was going to tell you guys, and I forgot what it was, but I'll probably remember and have to put that in the next set. Oh, here's what it is. I didn't do this on camera because this took forever, but I got all the cables, the mechanical cables ran for the transmission and the fuel shut off and the gas pedal and the parking brake, and I got everything functioning. I had to take apart the parking brake because the tensioner inside one side of the little star wheel tensioner had fallen off inside the parking brake thing, and it was just sitting down on top of another piece of the assembly in there, so the parking brake wouldn't work. So I had to take that whole thing apart and dilly-dally around with that all day. But I did get all those cables ran. As far as the process is going to go here, I'm going to sheet the entire thing and then build the doors. And then from that point, I'll have to do wiring and the tracks. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it in that exact order, but that's just kind of give you guys an idea of how much stuff I have left. The wiring's going to take a while, and the tracks are going to take forever. So I think that's probably it as far as I can remember. If you guys like this episode, give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. And hey, help me out. Leave some comments down in the comments section. It helps the channel grow. I don't care if it's negative, positive, whatever you got to say, leave it down there. I'll have some fun with you if you leave me a negative comment, but that's all part of the YouTube game. But other than that, guys, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and I'll catch you next time. See you later. Bye-bye.